Well, hello everyone. Super excited about our clinic today. I hopped on a minute early just to give people a chance to get logged in so that right when we hit the time, 5 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock Eastern, and all across the world, of course, at those times, whatever time zone you may be in, that we'll be ready to go. So thanks so much for joining me. Can't wait to talk to you about some fun, great golf tips to help your golf season today, and maybe a little contest with some little prizes that might be given out. So super excited you've joined me. If you are here and you've joined us, I'd love to hear where you're from. So say hello. I see Golf Town's already hopped on and said hi. So thanks, Golf Town. So excited to be here. But yeah, let me know where you're from. What city, country. We'd love to hear because we're all excited for the golf season. So absolutely can't wait. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. I've already played twice in my hometown of Calgary, Alberta. So at my home course, Heritage Point, already been out with my family, which has been fantastic. That's what I love. You know, I golfed and then it snowed the next day. You know what? Boy, oh boy, that's golfing Canada though, right? That's how it rolls. But can't wait to give you some tips today. And I see that our clock is turned. So I am going to get started so we don't miss a second of great tips that I can share with you to help you lower your scores this season. This whole clinic is actually a big celebration for women and golf because Golf Town does an annual event for women and it's called Ladies Night. Ladies Night is going to be this Sunday, May 4th. Yes, for you Star Wars fans, may the 4th be with you, from 6 to 8 p.m., whatever time zone you're in, at all 48 stores across Canada. So ladies, get out there. Bring your girlfriend, bring your mom, bring a colleague, bring a friend, bring your grandma, and come on out to any Golf Town location. It's going to have contests, prizes, great deals on apparel and equipment, just a fun way for women to get together and celebrate the beginning of the season. So that'll be this Sunday, May 4th, 6 to 8 p.m. at all 48 golf towns across Canada. So now, also, Canadians, guess what? It's golf season. For those of you in the rest of the world who get to golf year-round, we are jealous of our Americans who are in the southern states who have those nice warm states and you never have to shut your golf season down. We're envious, but guess what? Golf season is opening up across Canada. So in the last 2 weeks, I've seen golf courses, opening day, from all the way from British Columbia, and today I saw some in the Maritimes, Ontario. So cool to see opening days happening. Now, of course, in British Columbia, that's one little area on Vancouver, Victoria, Vancouver Island, where you can golf year round. How lucky are they? But many of our BC courses have been open for weeks because they have a little bit nicer weather often than the rest of us in snow-capped Canada. So I'm so excited because Golf Town did such a cool video about opening day. So if you just today they posted it actually. So lucky it happens to be on the same day as my clinic. But if you get a chance, go to social media on X, Instagram, Facebook, and you'll see a beautiful video of all these gorgeous golf courses coast to coast across Canada. If you haven't teed it up yet, it's going to make you want to tee up. And Canadians, this is a perfect summer to go explore these great courses across Canada. And for our international guests, come visit Canada. We have the most beautiful golf courses. And typically, I bet your dollar may be stronger than ours, which means everything's on sale for you. So come explore our gorgeous golf courses, but definitely check that video out all across Canada. So thrilled that we have so many people watching. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Okay, so golf season's just starting, and I know we're all excited to get to the golf course and get to that first tee box and start swinging. But here's the thing. Today we're going to cover warm-up and putting. Even though I'm an 8-time Canadian long drive champion and I love the long ball, really, if you want to score, short game. And for me, what finally got me down when I finally got down to a single-digit handicap and could really start scoring is when I focused on my putting. So I'm going to share with you something that I do with my putting that has literally almost eliminated 3 putts, but has made my scores drop tremendously. So I'm going to teach you my technique today and also start with warm-up. I have so many women that I teach at my golf schools across Canada and the U.S., and I teach them just this very quick 5-minute warm-up. So many women have said, Lisa, I do that warm-up and I start playing better golf on the first hole versus the 4th or 5th hole. Again, you don't want to be that person that comes screaming into the parking lot, doing up your shoes on the way to the first tee box and skipping up that warm-up. And again, you find you're not playing good golf till the 4th or 5th hole. Let's get you playing golf, great golf on the first hole. So this is what we're going to do. For my golf, I just see Amy has joined us. I'm going to give a little shout out there. Amy, thanks for joining us. Anyone who's here, let me know where you're from. I love hearing where everyone's from. Or if you have any questions, throw it in there and I'll try to answer them. If not on the video, I'll try to answer them afterwards as well too. too. But just saying hello to everyone. Okay, let's go warm up. What's my 5-minute warm up routine I do before every single time I play? I start from the top of the body down. First of all, I just simply start with some shoulder circles. Now, not little shoulder circles. I try to get the tops of my shoulders right underneath my ears. I typically do 10 backward shoulder circles and then 10 forward shoulder circles. Next thing I do, I want to warm up my back. So I pretend I have a little grape in between my shoulder blades and I squeeze the grape. So what I do is I do 10 squeeze the grapes and I just pull my shoulder blades together to kind of get that upper back warmed up. Next thing we're going to move down kind of shoulders and arms. I take my arm, I put it straight ahead of me. No bent arms or floppy arms. Nice straight arm. Bring it across your chest. Bring your other hand underneath. Do not let that arm bend. Keep it nice and straight and pull it into your chest. Now you can do this with me. If you're at home right now doing this, practice with me. This will help ingrain it for you when you get to the golf course. Now by doing this, you're going to feel a stretch in your shoulder area, rotator cuff area. This is a great stretch. I usually hold it for 10 seconds, go to the other arm, and again, pull it in nice and tight to my chest. Okay? Great job. Now, another great stretch, and I use my club when I do this. I grab a club, I take my club, I put it behind my back, and I'm going to pull down with my bottom hand for 10 seconds. So I'm pulling down with my bottom hand for 10 seconds. Once I've pulled that club down, then I'm going to pull it up with my top hand, up, and I'm going to hold the head of the golf club with my bottom hand. And I'm going to actively be pulling up with the top hand. If you're doing this with me right now, I guarantee you're going to feel that stretch in that shoulder area. This is fantastic, especially for those of you who have stiff shoulders, and I've just come out of some rotator cuff issues. So this has been awesome. Once I do 10 seconds pulling up, then I go bottom hand up top hand on the bottom. I pull down, and again, then I'm pulling up. Again, holding the head of that golf club. And you'll find that one shoulder typically is a little stiffer than the other, so you're going to feel that. Patty, I've seen that you've joined us. Hey, thanks for saying that you like my outfit. This is part of the spring collection for Callaway, so I appreciate that. I saw it when I opened up my package. I was like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite. So I super appreciate you saying that, Patty. Thanks so much. Okay, once we get to that shoulder stretch area, next thing I want to stretch are the sides. Now, you're either a right-handed or left-handed golfer. So if you're a right-handed golfer or left-handed, you're always swinging on the same side of your body. If you want distance, if you've seen any of my Golf Town videos about how to gain distance, you need to create great turn, and that's going to give you coil and torque. It's so much easier to do that if your sides are warmed up and not just the one side. You got to do both. So I like to take my golf club, I put it above my head, feet shoulder width apart, I lean to the side, and then I'm actively stretching out to the side, and I hold that for 10 seconds, and then I do it to the other side where you're actively stretching out. Another great stretch for your sides, put your club ahead of you, put hand over hand on the butt end of your club, feet together, have your feet together, and then pull your hands to one hip until you feel a stretch down the whole side of your body. Hold that for 10 seconds, and then do it on the other side. Oh, it feels so good, and I promise you it's going to get you turning, which is going to get you more distance. All right, next thing I need you to stretch, your legs. So many people miss this. Here's the deal. So 80% of women can't hit a golf ball 200 yards. Why? Women tend to use all arms. Well, look at your arm muscles versus your nice leg muscles. These are the ones. This is your power source, men or women. If you want to hit a long ball, you're using your legs, your glutes, your core. We got to warm those up. So what I like to do is I like to go feet shoulder width apart. Don't bend your knees. Now in stretching, you can be uncomfortable, but never in pain. So if you're in pain, bring it back a little bit. Don't push so hard. So legs dead straight. Do not bend your knees. Feet shoulder width apart, leaning forward until you feel discomfort. Then we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So once you feel discomfort, you're going to hold that stretch for 10 seconds. Another great thing to do is there's often bag stands or benches at the driving range. Throw your leg up and lean forward. That's a great hamstring stretch, and do that for 10 seconds on each leg. And then also, that's more of a static stretch. For more of a dynamic stretch, you can put your hand on top of your club, use the leg right beside that club, and doing 10 leg swings on each side. I like to do 10 leg swings just to get that nice, it's a good little stretch, and again, that gets that mobility going. Now, this is the last stretch. If you sat there and went, Lisa, I'm not going to do any of those stretches. I'll look so silly at the driving range. I promise you, you won't look silly. And I promise you, if you go to any LPGA Tour, PGA Tour, or Champions Tour event, you're going to see the players stretching. Watch Jimenez. Jimenez does some great stretching. So again, the older we get, the more we need to stretch as well. Don't forget that. But everybody needs to stretch. So if you're like, nah, you're kind of a naysayer and you're only prepared to do one stretch, this is the stretch every single one of you needs to do. And especially as for those of us who have the 4 distinct seasons that we're golfing. So for those of you in the spring, and this, I also find this in the fall, but really it's super handy all year long. This stretch right here. And I call it the twisties. We're going to call it the twisties. So what you're going to do is you're going to go feet shoulder width apart. You're going to hold your club at chest level. Do not let your heels come up off the ground. What you're going to do is you're going to twist. As your back warms up, you're going to twist a little bit further and a little bit further and a little bit further. This move right there is so amazing for getting your back warmed up. Many of you complain about consistency in your golf shots. One of the things that leads to poor consistency is when your back muscles tighten up or get a little bit cold. Of course, that can happen in those shoulder seasons of spring and fall, but it can happen throughout the round. If you haven't hit a full shot, a full golf swing in about 10 minutes, I do this. I do this in the fairway. I do this on the tee box. This gets that back warmed up, and now you can get into better golf positions and hit it more consistently and farther. So I highly recommend that stretch, not only before your round, but throughout your round if you haven't had a full swing in about 10 minutes. Okay, so you're going to love that. Leona, it's great for younger players too. And I mean over 75. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. It's so true. Stretching is important regardless of what age. So thanks, Leona. Great tip. Great tip there. Okay, so that whole thing that I just showed you maybe takes 5 minutes. And I promise you, if you do that before each round, you're going to hit better shots on that first hole versus the 4th or 5th hole. All right, now we're going to get into putting. This one was huge, and especially for me as a long driver, it drove me crazy. I'd be on a par 5 and 2, 3-putt for par. And then you're thinking, oh, wow, par, Lisa, that's great. Not when you're 3-putting to get there. You could have maybe even had a birdie or an eagle. Hey, we all want some birdie juice, right? So we gotta have to incentivize ourselves to get rid of those 3-putts. So what did I do to get rid of 3-putts? Okay, let's talk about putting. All right, pro tip number 1 for putting, glove. Now, this is just a recommendation, simply a recommendation. I like you to try to putt with your glove off. Now, you may prefer it on, and there is no problem with that. You know, there's this pro, you may have heard of him. He's won 18 majors. Oh, right, Jack Nicklaus. So Jack Nicklaus putted with his glove on. But I find putting is all about feel. So if you've never tried it, give it a try putting without your glove on. You may find you like it a lot better. If you watch, again, the LPGA, PGA Tour, you're going to see 99% of the players do take their glove off, and the reason is for feel. Now, here's the pro tip. If you have a glove, there's only one place that looks cool. It looks cool, and it's pro. It's pro. Here we go. That glove is going to go back pocket, and it's got to be butt end of the glove in, fingers out. That's pro. That's pro right there, right there. So next time you're watching an LPG or PJ tournament, watch to see where the pros put their gloves, and I guarantee you it's right there. So here's the other thing. Fake it till you make it, right? So even if you're not the world's best golfer yet, you can look like you're the world's best golfer. But again, it's totally fine to putt with your glove on. Obviously, Jack Nicklaus did it, and it worked for him. But if you haven't tried it, take the glove off just to see if it helps your feel. All right, let's talk about the 2 cardinal sins of putting. There's 2 sins that will make you, cardinal sins that will make you a terrible putter. Let me grab my putter here. All right. Ooh, you know what? Before we get into the cardinal sins, that was a little teaser. Now that I've grabbed my putter, I have to share something with you. The putter is often the most misfit club in most ladies' bags. Why? Most women, including myself, my first putter, we get our first putter from, it's usually a hand-me-done putter. Maybe it's from our dad, a grandpa, an uncle, a brother, a partner, a friend. You get that hand-me-down putter, and the problem is it's potentially fitted for a man. So a man's height, and how he's putting. So it's really important. You will make more strokes with this club than any other club in your bag. This is such an important club to get fitted. And here's the thing, it's not going to break the bank. You can go to a professional club fitter. Again, every golf town location across Canada has a fitter, or you can also type in the Google search term, type your city's name, club fitter, and you'll find some recommendations. And it's easy. A couple things that they're going to look at. One, grip. There's so many different grips, because one of the cardinal sins we'll talk about is being wristy. You can get a grip that can help you stop from being wristy. So you can try different grips. Most importantly, the height. You have to be the right distance away from your putter to match your stroke. That will help you roll smoother putts that are going to roll and not bounce. That one's huge. Often they can actually, the fitter can actually take the grip off, cut your putter down to your height, and often save the grip. But if not, it's usually like $35, $45, somewhere in there for a new grip. So it's not going to break the bank. And most clubs, when you cut them down, it makes it stiffer, but usually with putters, it's okay. And then the other thing, which you might not even realize, you can actually adjust the loft and lie of putters. And so your club fitter could bend your own putter. It doesn't necessarily mean you need a new putter, and can bend it to match your stroke. I am telling you, that's the best money you will ever spend on your golf game, is getting a putter fitting. And again, it doesn't mean you need a new putter, or heck, it's not terrible to try. For me, I was a blade putter for 20 years, and I only recently went to the mallet style putter. I am putting the best I've ever putted in my life. And so again, maybe you've been using a putter that you think is good. Always, check what's out there. Try, see if you like how the putter hangs, and the different neck options and the different styles, to see, hey, does that help make you a better putter? Hey, if you can buy a game, I'm not opposed to buying a game. Not opposed to buying a game. All right. So now that I've talked to you about putter fitting, let's get to those cardinal sins of putting. Cardinal sin number one of putting is, I just kind of referred to it, was being wristy. If you're putting and you are super wristy, so if you putt and you allow your wrists to break, you cause great inconsistency. So you need to almost pretend like each arm is a 2x4, and that you are not letting your wrists break. Super, super important. All right. So that's, you got to make sure you're on top of that. The next thing, in addition to being, if you're wristy, the other cardinal sin of putting is swaying. So if you're putting and you tend to sway, your lower body's moving or twisting. Twisting or swaying is another cardinal sin for putting. Your lower body should be as if it is in a tub of concrete. It should be still. You should simply be rocking your shoulders. There should be no lower body movement or swaying. So again, video yourself. See if you are moving or swaying, but that lower body should be absolutely still, and it's just your upper body where you're just rocking your shoulders. And you see how there's no wrist break there. So you actually want to create a triangle from shoulder to hands. You create this nice triangle, and you're rocking that triangle. All right. So once you get those two basics down, that's really important. Kelly, you're going to check out putters. Oh yeah, ladies night. I bet there's going to be some great deals. Awesome idea. So definitely roll a bunch of putters, see what you like, see what works. And I actually think there's a putting contest too. So that might help as well. All right. So we've talked about the two cardinal sins of putting. Now let's talk about my technique. So as I told you, I could hit this long ball, and I could hit it 300 plus yards, and then I'd miss a 3-foot putt, which killed my score. So I figured out some of the things I was doing wrong. Let's talk about one thing that we have to get rid of in putting, in my opinion. So I think we have to change how we look at how we putt. For instance, you know how when you make a putt, so many of us will make a putt and we blow it past the hole. And what's the first thing we say? I hit that too hard. Okay, so our next putt, we're going to go make the putt, and now we're 3 feet short, 4 feet short of the hole. And you're like, oh, I hit that too soft. So then the next putt, you're like, okay, I got to hit it harder than the last putt, but not as hard as the first putt. Here's the problem with that. Hard and soft is not measurable. If you want to start to be a better putter and you're not a very good putter, you need to start thinking of putting as being measurable. So how do you make putting measurable? First of all, you got to take out of your vernacular hard and soft. Never say when you blow it by a hole anymore, shoot, I hit that too hard, or oh, darn, I hit that too soft. And I'm going to teach you what you're going to say. Instead, you're going to say, oh, I took too long of a stroke. I took too short of a stroke. And we're going to get to that right now. Okay, you're talking about the short game kills your game. Exactly. I'm telling you, these putting tips are going to help you this season. So here's what you do. For my putting method to work, number one, you have to know what your TikTok is. What's your TikTok? It's simply your tempo. For my putting method to work, you have to have the same tempo. If you change your tempo, this will not work for you. Now, how do you know what your tempo is? Simply, what you want to do is just take your putter. You can do this in your living room. You can do this outside in your backyard. You can do this at the golf course. But get into a putting stroke. You don't even need a ball. All I need you to do is make a putting stroke and what is comfortable to you. So this is my putting stroke, and I like to think of it like a grandfather clock, like the arm of a grandfather clock. And I actually say to myself, tick, tock, tick, tock. And for any of you who are piano players, and if you're ever forced to use a metronome, I'm sure that sound is very deep in your mind to know what that tick tock sound is. So when I'm putting, I'm actually thinking tick tock. So figure it out. Your tick tock could be this: tick, tock, tick, talk. Same beat back, same beat through, same beat back, same beat through. Or it could be this: tick, tock, tick, talk. And it could be a little bit faster. But the whole purpose of tempo, it should be the same beat back, the same beat through, the same beat back, the same beat through. And that will create consistency. Consistency is going to lead to better putting. All right. So first thing you need to do is, what is your tick-tock? And I like to say it out loud, like I said, and I'll say tick-tock. All right. The next thing you need to do is you're going to do 3 benchmark putts. What do I mean by 3 benchmark putts? All right. You're going to go to your practice putting green, okay? You're going to go to practice putting green. You're going to grab 3 golf balls. Once you grab 3 golf balls, you're going to line your 3 golf balls up in a line apart. You're not going to put them too close together because you don't want them to run into each other. So you're going to space your 3 golf balls apart, a good foot apart, at least a good foot apart when you set up your 3 golf balls. Then you're going to make 3 benchmark putts. What are the 3 benchmark putts? The very first putt, you're going to take your putter club face back. You're going to take it back from your big toe and stop it there. And then you're going to bring it forward to your big toe and side of foot. That's your second benchmark putt. And then your third benchmark putt, you're going to take your putter and you're going to go 1 foot back past your back foot and 1 foot through past your front foot. Now, obviously, that's not going to be a perfectly precise measurement, but about 1 foot back to 1 foot through. Okay? And I'm going to show you the purpose of what we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to set up right back here. I'm using pink balls. I'm using pink balls so you can see them better on my carpet here. And it helps to have tight carpet so you can putt. All right. 3 balls. 1, 2, 3. And again, you give them some distance apart so they're not going to run into each other. My first benchmark putt is going to be big toe to big toe, pinky toe to pinky toe, and then 1 foot by to 1 foot through. The only way this works, though, you got to keep your tick-tock the same. So I literally say, when I'm playing golf, in my head, or even quietly, I'll say tick-tock, tick-tock. I say that to keep my tempo the same, because if you change your tick-tock, this won't work. So you're going to go make your 3 benchmark putts, and then you have to drop your putter. Okay, here we go. Oh, how do you know if it worked? As long as every ball is longer than the previous ball, you know you're doing a good job. So every single ball has to be a little bit longer than it has to be longer than your previous ball. Then you know you did a good job. If your balls go about the same distance, then you're not on a flat lie on the green, or you changed your tick-tock. All right, let's give it a go. First putt, we're going big toe to big toe. Here we go. Tick-tock. Next putt, pinky toe to pinky toe. Tick-tock. Last putt, 1 foot by to 1 foot through. Tick-tock. Now, drop your putter. Don't forget to drop your putter. Now you're going to stand beside your putter. Don't forget to drop your putter because you have to know where your ball started. You're going to stand beside your putter and you're going to pace it off. How many paces to each ball? I am telling you, this is going to be a game changer. Here we go. Standing beside my putter and 1, 2. On these greens, on this golf course, on this day, my 2-pace putt is big toe to big toe. 3, 4. On these greens, on this golf course, on this day, my pinky toe to pinky toe, or outside of foot to outside of foot putt is 4 paces. And then 5, 6. On these greens, on this golf course, on this day, my 6-pace putt is 1 foot by to 1 foot through. How do I use this knowledge? Typically, I'll do this one more time to make sure I get the same numbers. If I don't, I do it again until my numbers are quite similar. Then I'll either type them in my phone or write them on my scorecard. And then what happens is when you go play golf, when you go to the first hole, let's say that this is the hole. This is going to be the hole. All right. Let's say this is your golf ball. Okay, here's your golf ball landed here. Okay, what you do is you stand beside your golf ball or beside the hole and you pace it off. Here we go. 1, 2. So it was 2 paces. It was 2 paces in this instance. So on the first hole, my ball, I pace off where my ball is to the hole. It's 2 paces. On a flat lie, on these greens, on this golf course, on this day, assuming that the practice green is quite similar to the golf course, that's a 2-pace putt. What's that? Big toe to big toe. So when I go to make my putt, I will repeat that. I'll go big toe to big toe. Then, let's say on the second hole, you go do the same thing. So you have to go pace out your putt or pace out how far it is from your ball to the hole and then use what you did at the practice green. Now you say, okay, well, what happens once you get past 6 paces? Let's say it's a much longer putt. You've got 12 paces. Well, maybe you could assume instead of 1 foot by to 1 foot through, that was 6 paces, 2 feet by to 2 feet through is probably going to be 12 paces. So again, it's not an exact science, but this makes putting measurable. So now when I make a putt, now when I make a putt, if let's say this one, we know that this one's a 2-pace putt. This is supposed to be big toe to big toe, but I'm going to take my putter further back just to show you how to do it wrong. Let's say I take it further back and further through. Oh, shoot. You know what I say to myself? Shoot, Lisa, you took too long of a stroke. I'm not going to say I hit it too hard because hard and soft is not measurable. We have to take hard and soft out. I'll say, oh, shoot, I hit it. I had too long of a stroke. And if I'm short of the hole, I'll say to myself, oh, shoot, I had too short of a stroke. Now, other factors that could impact it, obviously, if your TikTok changes, because if your TikTok in your 3 benchmarks that you did was tick-tock, but on the golf course, if it's tick-tock, then of course it's going to go racing by. So you got to keep the TikTok the same. And of course, the slant of the green. So on a flat green, if it's a 2-pace putt is a big toe to big toe, but now it's a 2-pace putt, but it's a big uphill. Now it's a bit of a guess, but you know, okay, well, on a flat lie, it's 2 paces. Maybe I'll do a pinky toe to pinky toe because there's lots of slope. Or if it's downhill, whoa, I'm going to maybe take it back an inch, maybe go through an inch. But if you can change your putting to have it be measurable and go do that, it takes maybe 5-6 minutes before your golf round. Go do it twice, take 3 golf balls, go to your practice putting green, find the flattest spot that you can, set up your 3 balls, do your 3 benchmark putts, big toe to big toe, pinky toe to pinky toe, 1 foot by to 1 foot through, drop your putter, pace it off, do it one more time to make sure your numbers are same, and now use those numbers when you go out on the golf course. Game changer. I promise you, if you don't have a method to make putting measurable, this is a great way to get started. And I promise you, you will have less putts this year than you have had in previous years. So it's absolutely money. It's absolutely money. So I think you're really going to enjoy it. So if you haven't tried it, next time you go golfing, give it a go. But again, once you have those benchmarks, just practice at the practice putting green. Go sometime this week if you're playing this weekend and go give it a try. And you're going to go, oh my gosh, how did I never know this? How did I never know that this was special? Helen, oh, you're late, but you joined. You're in from Winnipeg. Hey, so glad that you joined us. I hope it's nice and warm in Winnipeg now, but you can watch the replay. For anyone who wants to rewatch just to kind of just understand it a bit more, we're going to post this to the Golf Town Facebook page, YouTube channel, and I'll post it to the Lisa Longball Golf Facebook page and my YouTube channel and Instagram, Twitter, all the rest of that too. So please try this if you haven't. And I'm so excited because I think you're going to have the best season yet. Well, I just want to give all the people that have joined us today or anyone who's watching this video on a replay, you have a chance to win a prize. So what we're going to do is, all you have to do is, I'm going to post this video in moments as soon as we finish here. All you have to do is like the video, make sure that you like Golf Town on the Facebook page, and share a comment. Tell me what else you want me to teach. Tell me what you'd like me to share with you and some tips that you would like to know to help you with this golf season so you can have your best season yet. And we're going to have 3 winners, and each winner is going to win a brand new set of a dozen Callaway Reva golf balls. And Reva is for revolutionary. These are phenomenal balls that are designed for women they're using bits of data of thousands and thousands of women to help to create a golf ball that can help the average woman hit their best shots yet. So you're going to love these golf balls. All you need to do is like the video as soon as I post it, and make sure you like the Golf Town Facebook page and tell me what else I can help you teach. But this season, make sure you're warming up, spend 5 minutes warming up, and also practice this new putting. And I'm hoping it's a game changer for you because it sure was for me. I hope for any of you going to ladies night, I'm going to be going to Calgary Sunridge. For anyone in the Calgary area, I'm going to be at the Calgary Sunridge, so can't wait to go out there. And I hope all the ladies that you get to go to a ladies night at one of the 48 locations near you. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope I've been helpful here, and let's just go have the best season yet. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye.